Hi guys, I'm Jess, and today we're going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So I have my questions here in my little Ouija notebook, and we're just going to go through the questions. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? So I've been watching a good amount of YouTube for a number of years now. I started out, like many other people, watching beauty YouTube for a while. And then when I got kind of back into reading, I started watching Booktube, and I was always thinking, like, that's something that I would really like to do. So I don't know, I had a lot of friends that were just like really encouraging and trying to get me to do it. And I was like, well, you know what? Let's go for it. Why not? I'm a theater kid. Well, I was a theater kid back in the day, so used to standing up, like talking to people, that kind of thing. I was really hoping to make some, more new friends from this and just talk to people about books. So that's kind of why I started the channel. 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? Just me, I guess. Just my personality, different things about me. Like I said, I'm a theater kid at heart. So I want to bring a little bit of that and some fun stuff to Booktube, and hopefully I'll, break out of these sit-down videos. I really want to get into doing like some vlogs and maybe some other like more creative videos. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do, and just, make some friends, like I said. So I think I could bring some interesting things to this channel eventually with what I'm learning. What are you most excited about for this new channel? So yeah, I'm most excited to make friends, to, put myself out there, I guess, and see what kind of comes of it. Just kind of hoping to talk about books with people and have some fun. As another creative outlet is kind of what I'm looking for. 4 is, why do you love reading? So I love reading like most other people do because it's an escape for me from the stress of, everyday life. But I just love learning about different places, going to imaginary places in my mind. I love fantasy. I love hearing other people's stories and other people's experiences that I might not be able to experience. Understanding different cultures, things that I could not understand from my own personal experience. I want to learn from other people and experience that in books, and I want to travel in books and go to other worlds and ride dragons and, all that kind of stuff. So I love reading for that reason. And I also love reading because it brings me, together with other people. I've met a lot of friends talking about books. I've joined some different book clubs. So it gets me to be more social in a way. Even though reading is like a solo activity, it's still fun to put yourself out there and, go to book clubs, do Booktube, things like that. Instagram, I love doing Instagram pictures of my books and talking to people in that place too. Let's see. What series or book got you into reading? That is number 5. So as a kid, I loved to read. I loved the Boxcar Children. I loved a lot of those like series type books. There was a series that was like different creatures and stuff, but in the real world, it was like vampires don't wear polka dots and stuff like that. I loved books like that. Cam Jansen, Babysitter's Club, like all that kind of stuff too. And then when I was in college, and then a little after college, kind of got into some other stuff. Got into reading Harry Potter, Twilight, Hunger Games. I got in on that whole dystopian and fantasy craze, that kind of thing. Game of Thrones, all of that stuff. And that really like re-sparked my love for reading over again. So that was kind of some of the series that got me a little bit more into reading, kind of like back into it, and just like loving reading it and talking about books with other people and just enjoying myself. 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? You know, a lot of stuff is just like technical. I'm not good with technology, so a lot of this is just, it's brand new to me, you know, figuring out how to get comfortable and how to edit and all that stuff. I'd also ask, you know, about what sparks ideas for them about what kind of videos they want to do, what inspires them to, you know, do their videos, and where do they get some of these like really cool ideas. So definitely would ask a lot of those questions, and then also the like technical stuff, like how do I do XYZ, or would you think this would be, you know, a good creative idea? So lots of questions. If anyone out there is watching and, you know, wants to help a newbie, let me know. 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I think some of the challenges I've already overcome, and that was just being able to sit down and just do the thing and start putting videos out there. That was a really big hurdle for me, is just getting started. The other challenges, like I said, are going to be like the technical stuff, the editing and all that kind of thing. Learning that. I really would like to get an actual camera at some point, and be editing my videos on the computer. Right now I'm using my phone. So it's a little bit harder. I don't have as many like technical, you know, abilities to do things on there. So I think a lot of the technology is going to be a challenge. And then also just, you know, sitting down and filming sometimes when you don't really feel like it, getting inspired. I feel inspired now because it's brand new, but you know, the continuation of like keeping it going, that kind of thing. And some days you just don't like looking at your own face, but you know, I still want to do it. I have some eczema and stuff kind of going on right now, and I was like, oh, like, do I really want to film today? And I was like, you know what? I do, because I want to reach out to people, and I want to work on my channel and making it better. So yeah, I'm not always going to be, you know, have all my makeup on and be dressed nice coming at you in my, you know, pajama shirt, fresh face today. And you know what? It is what it is. That's what I want to do. I would like to break down some of those like barriers that people have, those fears that they have, putting themselves out there on the internet and it not being perfect. You know what? You can do it if I can do it. So, yeah, so those are some challenges. 8, when did you start reading? So like I said, I did like to read as a kid, but then I kind of got acclimated into reading probably like the end of college into my early 20s, kind of got back into it. But I feel like I've always kind of been a reader. I've always loved, like, I loved English class and I loved reading books for school, even if I wasn't reading fun stuff on my own. So, you know, throughout my life, I feel like I've been a reader. Where do you read? So I read all over the place, mostly in bed and mostly on my couch. But I also, when it's nice out, I like to read outside. So I will sit on my porch and read. Sometimes I sit at my desk here and read. So anywhere and everywhere. And 10, what kind of books do you like to read? So I like a wide variety of genres. I'd say primarily I read a lot of horror, fantasy, and then like a smattering of romance, some literary fiction. Used to be pretty into like the chick lit kind of like rom-com stuff. So gotten a little bit further away from that, but I still like really love some romance. But I love like the creepy stuff. I love fantasy. Basically, if it has a cool premise, I'll probably be into it. If it has good characters, I'll probably be into it. I'm not like a huge sci-fi girly, but then there are some sci-fis that I really like. I love Becky Chambers. She writes some like accessible sci-fi. So, you know, I like a little bit of everything. Variety is the spice of life. So, you know, put it in front of me, I will probably read it. Probably the thing that I read the least is like nonfiction, but I'd like to read more nonfiction, you know, and get more into that as well. So if you have any like awesome recommendations, let me know. What does your book collection look like? So over here to the left, I have a shelf right there. Downstairs, I have one of those IKEA bookshelves that is full with books. My husband has some books on there too. I also have some books over here. I also have a TBR cart, and then I kind of have some piles in some different places. So it's kind of a mess. I have some stuff that I need to unhaul. So maybe I'll film an unhaul video if you guys would like to see that. Let me know down below. But yeah, that's my book collection. It's a little bit of a mess. So I got to figure out a little bit more of some organization. And like I said, I have a really big pile of unhaul that I need to go through. So maybe that will be another idea for another video. But yeah, that's my collection. I hope that it will continue to grow and evolve. You know, I'm bringing in books, but I want to like take some books out. I want my collection to be really curated. So I don't want to be keeping stuff that, you know, I'm not going to read again, that I'm not loving. I also read a lot on my Kindle. So I have, you know, a collection on here as well. So yeah, just gonna continue to curate my collection and continue to work on my YouTube channel and really grow. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.